Freddie is still ahead as he comes into the straightaway, but Sullivan is coming fast and low as they enter the first turn side by side. Sullivan is out of control, and Freddie has driven around him. Sullivan has it back under control. He's on the track. He's in second.
Danny Sullivan faced a tough challenge in that Indy 500 race in 1985. He had a turn what seemed to be certain defeat into a win, a big win. And he did it. He won that race. It was a spectacular victory. A few months ago, the Data Storage Products Group faced a similar challenge. It too, you could say, was spinning out of control. Without the tremendous effort put forth by everyone in the organization, we too could easily have crashed into the wall. The race could have been over. But like Danny Sullivan, even in a spin, we knew that we had what it takes to pull out of that spin and go on to win. What needed to be done was to carefully and deliberately put the machine, the organization, back into gear, slam down on the accelerator, concentrate, and respond instantly to changing track conditions. Pay close attention to even the most minute details of the machine and its operation, and be aggressive in beating the competition in every aspect of the race. We did it, and we are doing it, and we are just beginning to feel the tires bite into the track and sense that first forward thrust, the sweet feeling of positive momentum. Pulling an Indy car out of a 360-degree spin to win the race takes a lot more than luck. For the Data Storage Products Group, pulling out of the spin and building momentum has meant patient, methodical, hard, and detailed work. We cut back the workforce and consolidated facilities. We focused the product line. We streamlined processes. We improved manufacturing effectiveness. We reduced inventory and assets. We improved quality. We put new and better financial and operational controls and processes into place, all to become more competitive in the marketplace. Now we are more firmly back on the track, but we must work the equally hard task, perhaps the harder task, of maintaining the momentum of positive change. We must improve the organization every day. We still need more focus on customers, more market focus and research, shorter product development cycles, higher quality products, lower costs. We must continue to develop more cost-effective ways to manufacture and design products. There are many more laps to cover before the checkered flag falls on a winner. And like Danny Sullivan, we are just beginning to see clearly that we are headed in the right direction. We haven't worked this hard for all this time to let it go into the wall, or to even come in second. We know that we have what it takes to stay in the race, and now we are in it to win it.
The track is littered with debris from wrecks of those who couldn't make it. Some didn't have the experience for the speed required on this track. Some had mechanical failures. Some lost control. And many more simply didn't have a competitive strategy to put them into the best position for the long drive to the checkered flag.
The track we are on is also very fast. It too is littered with the wreckage of those who couldn't make it because they were not equipped to handle the changing market conditions and tough competition. The tough, decisive actions Data Storage Products took in 1985 and 1986 kept us from being among the casualties. Now we are back on the track and in the race to win. However, we have to continue to go each lap against very formidable world-class competitors. The track conditions have changed drastically since we entered the race back in the 1970s, and they will continue to change. To win, we must develop the best possible competitive strategy for current conditions and remain constantly alert to ongoing changes. We must be flexible and ready to adjust to change faster than the competition.
Setting up an Indy-type car for qualifying is different from setting it up for the long race. To qualify, the engine must run extremely fast for a very short time. The risk is great. The engine may not stay together, but the reward can also be great. Qualifying fastest will mean the pole starting position, getting into clean air ahead of the pack, and being able to run free from the hazards that face all of the competitors behind you. Designing advanced technology, developing and manufacturing those designs with speed and the highest possible quality with total sensitivity to the customer's needs will put us in the pole position.
Our most recent product offering, the Ren 2 Half-High, beat the competition to the marketplace. It's been an outstanding success, and we can't seem to build them fast enough to satisfy customer demand. This product has virtually left the competition in the dust. With the Ren 3, we're behind the competition. We're late to market. So we're pursuing a new strategy. What we're doing is we're targeting those accounts that require the superior performance of Ren 3 and can wait for it. For those accounts that have selected a competitor's product, we will work to become a second source. If we're successful as a second source, we will work to become the primary source. We can really sell performance.
In a 500-mile race, with every car running near 200 miles an hour, the most difficult strategy for a race driver is to position himself by setting up the competition to pass. It's a cat-and-mouse game that requires concentration on any crack, any error the competitor might make that will allow the driver to move ahead. Once he passes that competitor, then it's lap after lap of watching, waiting, recognizing opportunities, and seizing them at precisely the right moment until all competitors are behind him.
We've lost customers in the past, and Prime is a perfect example why we should keep after them. Prime represented over $20 million of revenue to our division, and we wanted them back as a customer. We worked every opportunity to get an edge over their new supplier, and finally it happened. Their supplier had fallen in their face, and that gave us the opportunity we needed to get the business back. We modified 4 or 5 of our products, made them exactly the same as the competitors, made a fast delivery, then virtually lived with the units until they were running perfectly. As a result, Prime has switched to us, and now we're delivering 500 units a month. Now we're working with them on future products, and we're going to get that business. We recognize opportunities, and we will seize them every chance we get.
We're becoming a lot more proactive. Our market strategies are more focused, and we're going after new business to get ahead of the competition. A good example of this is what we're doing with the Ren 2. We've developed a variation of Ren 2 that is plug compatible with our major competitor. With this product, we can now go after this competitor's accounts and with very aggressive pricing, capture significant business. In any case, we can certainly impact their pricing. We also see some major opportunities to penetrate the Japanese marketplace. With the Ren 2 Half-High and the Ren 3, we have a competitive edge over the Japanese products. We're actively working with some Japanese companies to win some significant business. We're going to go after the Japanese competitors in their own marketplace. The primary risk at this time is our ability to manufacture what the market requires. We have excellent product designs, we're more aggressive with our pricing and our marketing, but it's a race. It really is. What we must now do is to learn how to get our designs to market earlier. We must learn how to be more effective in our manufacturing than what our competitors are. That's the challenge.
The winner of the Indianapolis 500 race is the best of the best in the world of auto racing. The winner has survived longer and stronger than the other 32 drivers who have qualified for the world's most prestigious race. The effort that goes into achieving a place among this select group of 33 can be measured in thousands of hours of design, development, testing, tuning, and driving. For most teams, it will require hundreds of thousands of dollars and months of preparation to bring a challenge to this track. And some of them, not having qualified, will walk away without having driven 1 foot on race day. The rules are the same every team. The car and the horsepower are nearly identical. So why the wide disparity? Why do some teams win over and over, while others never even qualify?
That question closely parallels the question of why competitors in the data storage business differ so dramatically. It has a great deal to do with technology and the strategies to manage technology effectively. The key to winning is to help yourself as much as possible before the race through research and testing, because there simply isn't time during the race to redesign the product. The race team must be sufficiently competent to engineer all of the reliability necessary into the car before the race. The car must be built to go 500 miles at 200 miles per hour. Once it's on the track, all that can be done is to fine-tune it to fit changing track conditions.
We're looking for professionals that are skilled in reliability and in simulation, so we can improve the reliability of our product. We are the largest disc manufacturer in the world. We have a crew here that we're proud of that have been with us for 20 and 25 years. That kind of experience just isn't available in the industry. We have the background and the skills to win this race.
Race teams very often have 5 or 6 cars. They know that each racetrack is different, and while one is on the track, another is being built or set up for the next race. To be a winner in the racing game, you must stay ahead of the competitor in technological excellence.
We're working to advance our technology, more tracks per inch, higher bits per inch, and getting together with our customers on the next generation of disk drives and on new capabilities. In that way, we achieve our goals of advancing the technology and perfectly satisfying our customers' requirements.
To remain competitive, race teams each year find better ways to engineer higher speeds and greater safety.
Well, to stay ahead in the race for technology requires that we utilize the latest state-of-the-art computer-aided design and computer-aided engineering tools. The computer simulation tools that are available to us now allow us to simulate several design options prior to building the first parts into a prototype. This allows us to come out with the most cost-effective design, most reliable design, and most importantly, beating the competition of the marketplace with a product that is superior to their reliability. We believe we're going to win, we got the tools and the staff, and we're moving forward.
During the past several years, the overall operations of most IndyCar race teams have improved dramatically, as have the operations of their equipment suppliers and the racetrack itself. Not only have the improvements helped to make it possible for even faster speeds than were ever dreamed of, but they have also helped to make it safer as well. It was only a few short years ago, 1980, when for the first time all 33 cars qualified at 200 miles per hour or better. This year, the top qualifying speeds were nearly 215 miles per hour, and along with those increased speeds have come fewer major accidents.
For a race team to stay competitive, improving its overall operations must be an ongoing task. That task is no different for data storage products. To remain competitive over the long race to the flag, there must be continuous improvement in every aspect of the day-to-day operations. Not too many years ago, an innovative race team built an air jack system into their car. It cut many seconds from the pit stops, and for a short time, they had a competitive advantage. In the heat of competition, short-term advantages are all you get, which is why we must remain alert to better methods and constant operations improvements. Now, the more progressive race teams are using onboard computers that let them know every second how each of the parts is functioning, including the driver. Communications have also improved, and with each of these improvements comes a little more reliability, a little less guessing, and a little more speed. Each of the things that a good competitive race team does is geared to winning. Each operation improvement we do must also be geared to winning in the marketplace.
It is absolutely essential for us to make operational improvements. We are going to have to improve, and when we have achieved our goals, we are going to have to improve again. We are not going to be able to stand still and wait for the competition to catch us. The organization at Data Storage Products Group has decentralized each of the divisions so that we can better measure and monitor profit and loss. Each division is responsible for its own survival. It is going to be up to each and every one of the people in the respective divisions to do their best to ensure that we survive, that we win, that we're going to be here tomorrow. We've developed a strategy for cost effectiveness, and then we went out and achieved it. We've developed a strategy for high volume manufacturing, and now we're in the process of implementing it. The high volume manufacturing strategy is going to allow us to become a world-class high volume manufacturer, and that's key to our survival. I think today that we have in the small disc division area products that are far ahead of the competition. Technologically, they are a leader, and we are now in the process of improving our manufacturing effectiveness so that on a manufacturing basis we are a high-volume, world-class leader.
It hasn't happened often that rain has delayed the start of the Indy 500. And it has only happened once, 1985, that rain postponed the race for an entire week. During the rain delays, there is constant around-the-clock work being done on each car. The fine-tuning that never stops when technical excellence is sought.
Yields have gone up dramatically in the last 6 months. We've instituted TQMP, statistical process control, throughout the process. We've done a tremendous amount of contamination control and improvement in the clean room. Over the Christmas shutdown, we added Formica to the walls in the clean room. We repainted it inside and out. We added air showers in the interlock. And we inspected the clean room with a black light and cleaned up the areas that were contaminated. Cleaning up the clean room has given us the cleanest drive in the market. The Ren 2, I believe, is the most contamination-free drive on the marketplace today.
In a simple pit stop, two-time Indy winner Mario Andretti, thinking about something other than driving, rammed the rear of a competitor's car, causing minor damage, but ending the race for both of them. Safety is critical if you're going to stay in the race. You can't win unless you are in the competition on the track.
Last year, our division had a very poor safety record, one of the worst in the corporation. I don't know whether it was mental or physical, but this year, we have achieved 2 million man-hours without a lost time accident here in Oklahoma City, and we're proud of it.
A key element of a race team is the pit crew. They are the people who, because of their speed and skill, are able to put the car back onto the track ahead of the competition.
Our most effective efforts have been directed toward our people, toward their thought processes, their culture. Where our engineers used to be known as firefighters, they're now problem solvers. They've learned to quantify the word bad. They systematically measure and characterize performance, and they use that data to prioritize their work.
Many of the teams that race at Indy operate with more than one car and driver. Many have 2 or 3 complete units that work autonomously from one another. But because it is in the best interest of the race team, they have developed an interactive system of communicating their technical achievements and, to some degree, their race strategies. An example of the bottom line effect from this kind of pooled resource is the Roger Penske team. 5 wins in the past 9 years at Indianapolis.
We're changing interplant relationships from competition to cooperation. For instance, our car test engineers now meet regularly and exchange ideas and share strategies. I believe it's in the best interests of our company to leverage off of each other, to disperse the knowledge throughout the company, go down parallel paths. Together, we can win this race.
The absolute precision of Indy 500 pit crews, with their ability to work quickly and remain totally in sync with one another, exemplified the meaning of the word teamwork. The speed and efficiency of today's pit crew is one of the most important factors in the winning performance of any race team. The race is won on the track, but it's the crew with the most skill and competence who gets the car onto the track ahead of the competition that usually wins.
For the race team, the car is the product and the track is their marketplace. Winning or losing the race often depends on what occurs during the pit stops and how quickly the car is put back on the track. Getting products to market before the competition with that same urgency is critical if we are to win in the marketplace. The Data Storage Products team must work just as aggressively to be first to introduce new high-quality products that are on track with customer needs. Achieving that kind of team effort will give us the competitive advantage to win.
The most significant step we've taken towards achieving our goal of getting our products to the marketplace faster has been the implementation of what we call the design team concept. The design team is really a very basic approach. It's getting the manufacturing engineers, design engineers, test equipment designers, and material support personnel to work as a team from day one in product development. The implementation of this has been a very significant step towards achieving our goals. The advantages have been numerous. It allows us to design our tooling at the same time that piece parts are in the design phase. By doing this at this time, not only do we have the opportunity to produce the very first prototype unit using manufacturing tooling, but we also have the opportunity to critique the design, to critique it for its manufacturability prior to the very first release of any piece part. Additional advantages have been in the area of software design, of test equipment design. This is the very first program, very first product we've ever been able to introduce where the significant pieces of test equipment have been in place at the time of production release. It's also allowed us to design our card test equipment at the same time that we're designing the circuitry of the circuit card itself. The results of implementing the design team concept have really been impressive. It's taken months off the development cycle of our product. And getting the product to the marketplace faster is really the key that brings the competitive edge back to data storage products.
Getting the product to marketplace faster is critical to winning. Data Storage Products team is moving quickly and effectively to make that happen. With the skill and dedication of a well-practiced, highly motivated race crew, Data Storage Products people are making things happen that were unheard of only a few short months ago. The importance of the pit crew delivering on time is not only extremely important, it is measurable. For every second the car is off the track, it could be as much as 1,000 feet closer to the checkered flag. There are usually 8 scheduled stops during the race. Consider then what even an additional quarter of a second during each stop could mean to winning or losing. Danny Sullivan won by 2.47 seconds.
We did it right here in Rapid City. We bypassed the prototype lab and we built circuit card number 1. We took all of the bugs out right here using the same machine and the same folks that will be working the mass production. We have really saved a lot of time getting into the race with a single operation.
Having the right combination is critically important. The wings, the wind tunnel, the tires all work to make the car aerodynamic. It takes skill and total dedication to detail by our entire team to find the perfect combination to get our products to market faster. Competitive success. It's measured by profitability, by results. Only earnings per share count. there is no measure of good intentions per share. Competitive success is a combination of all the things we have discussed here. It's getting out of the pit ahead of the competition. It's beating the competition to the marketplace. It's going into a 200-mile-an-hour turn with the power of the best car on the track and knowing that it can come out on the other end ahead of the competition. For data storage products, it's going after the competitor's business and taking it away from them right there in the marketplace. Competitive success is a gut feeling that you wake up with every morning. It stays with you throughout the day. It's a driving desire to be and do the very best. It's shaving a second here and a second there because you know that will help the team win. It's checking and double-checking the most minute detail because you know you can't win with breakdowns. It's testing and constantly looking for better, faster, more efficient ways to produce higher quality. It's facing the inevitable problem and getting it on the table so the team can fix it. Competitive success is being market-driven to develop products that are in tune with the customer's needs. Competitive success is team spirit. It's every person on the team doing the job and then doing just a bit more because you have the driving desire to see the team win. To achieve competitive success, you have to go a little faster, be a little better, and a little smarter than the competition. You must have the tools, mentally and physically, and you must use them.
The racetrack hasn't always been as forgiving as it was last year for Danny Sullivan. He went on because of skill and competence to overcome a 360-degree spin in heavy traffic. Like Danny Sullivan, we have pulled out of a spin. And by using the resources, skill, patience, and dedication of all of you, we too will beat the competition to the checkered flag. We have what it takes, and we are in it to win it.